Hello English learners, in today's video we are going to discuss different phrases that native English speakers use when online dating. So if that sort of topic interests you, keep watching. So sometimes when people date, they don't want something very serious. They want something a little more casual. Our first term is casual dating. What is casual dating? So to casually date a person or people is to date that person with no real intention of having a serious romantic relationship. Maybe you just want to have someone there to have fun with, pass the time with. You don't necessarily want to live with that person or end up marrying that person. So you can just say that you are looking to casually date or you are looking for a casual relationship. And then we have this term, a blind date. Yes, a blind date. So blind usually means something completely different, but in this context, a blind date is a date you go on with someone who you've never met before. So usually blind dates are arranged by friends, a mutual friend who thinks that you and your date might have something in common or that you might like each other. Have you ever been on a blind date before? Let me know in the comments. And now we have a phrasal verb, a dating phrasal verb. So the phrasal verb is to hit on. And to hit on someone is to start a conversation with someone or approach someone because you are interested in starting some sort of romantic relationship with that person. So let's say you are at a museum or a grocery store and you see someone who you think is beautiful or attractive, and you walk up to them and you ask them if they'd like to go on a date with you. You hit on that person. And this phrasal verb is inseparable. And the next phrase we have is to have a connection with someone. So people might define this a little differently, but it's generally a positive thing. If you have a connection with someone who you are dating, you might have very good conversations, you're able to relate with that person, you have a bond. And of course, because of all of these things, you like each other, right? You made a connection or you have a connection with your date. So I hope this has never happened to you, but let's say you meet someone who you like and you decide to go on a date with this person and you make plans to meet at 9 o'clock on Friday evening, and you show up to the meeting place and the person who you were supposed to go on this date with did not show up. They're not there. They didn't call you and tell you that they weren't going to show up or be there. They just didn't come. If that happened to you, you could say that you got stood up. So to stand someone up is to not arrive to a planned date with that person, usually without canceling or no prior notice. You just don't go. And then we have this phrase, to ghost. And I mentioned this phrase in my American slang words you should know in 2021 video if you want to check that out. But to ghost someone is to suddenly stop all contact or communication with someone. So perhaps you've been dating someone for a few weeks and you think things are going well, and then all of a sudden they stop replying to your text messages and stop answering your phone calls. It's like they just disappeared. They ghosted you. And then we have another phrasal verb, and it is to lead someone on. So it is separable. To lead someone on is to wrongly make someone believe that you are romantically interested in that person. So there are many reasons why someone would lead someone else on. Let's say the person who likes you has a lot of money and they want to take you on a romantic trip to Mexico. So you lead them on by pretending that you like them so you can take that trip because you really want a vacation. It's horrible. And then we have what we call a red flag. So a red flag is a negative thing that you notice about a person that could be a warning to you about possible problems that you could have with that person in the future. Let me give you an example. Let's say your potential suitor arrives to your very first date late. That might be a red flag to you. You might think that that person is unreliable, or maybe they're going to arrive to all your future dates late. It's a red flag to you. Our next term is the friend zone. So I first heard this phrase from this show on MTV that was about people who were supposedly in the friend zone. So what actually is the friend zone? Friend zone is used to describe a platonic friendship where one person wants to enter into a romantic relationship with the other person, but the other person just sees the other person as a friend and no more than that. That means that the person who wants to enter into the romantic relationship is in the friend zone. They are stuck in this platonic relationship with someone who they want to enter into a romantic relationship with. And then we have to flirt or to flirt with. So to flirt with is to show sort of in a playful way that you find someone else attractive or that you might be interested in that person. So sometimes people flirt just because they find it fun. Some people are just flirts. But other times some people flirt because maybe they like the other person that they're flirting with and want to be in some sort of romantic relationship. So flirting is sort of showing someone that you have interest in them, whether it's serious or not serious. And this term is actually one that also came from a pretty popular show on MTV, and it is to catfish. So a catfish can be a noun and to catfish can be a verb. So to catfish someone is to create a fake identity on the internet or to make yourself appear to be different on the internet so that you can make someone romantically interested in you. And of course, this is pretty easy to do online, right? You can just be someone else or pretend to be someone else completely to lure in potential romantic partners. And then we have this phrase to be exclusive. So to be exclusive with a romantic partner means that you are not seeing or dating anyone else. Doesn't mean you're in a relationship per se, but it does mean that the person you are dating is the only person you are dating. You are exclusive with that person. And then we have this slang term to cuff. So to cuff is to get into an official relationship with someone. You are no longer dating. You are officially boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife. You have cuffed that person. So we can say, after 5 months of dating, Sue finally cuffed Max. Then we have this term, a deal breaker. A deal breaker is something that you will immediately end a relationship or a potential relationship over. So maybe you like dogs. You have 3 adorable little puppies and the person you are dating says that they don't really like dogs and they don't want to live with a dog, that could be a deal breaker for you. You're a dog lover and that person doesn't like dogs. And then we have another slang term, it's to curve. And to curve someone is to reject someone who has a romantic interest in you. So you might get a message on social media and it's from someone asking you to be their boyfriend or be their girlfriend. And you say, sorry, I'm not really interested. That means you curved that person. You rejected them. And then we have this phrase, a situationship. It's a portmanteau word of situation and relationship. And it's usually that period after dating where you don't really know what type of relationship you are in. Are you casually dating? Are you boyfriend and girlfriend? Are you just friends? You don't really know how to define it. You only know that you are in some sort of unclear situation, which is why they call it a situationship. And then we have this slang term, a thirst trap. So a thirst trap is a photo or a post that you make on social media, and it's meant to attract someone sexually. So let's say I'm trying to get over Jason, but it's so hard when he keeps posting these thirst traps online. And now we have this idiom to play the field. So to play the field means to date multiple people at the same time. And you might also be sexually active with these people as well. So we could say, Jason never wants to be in a relationship. He just prefers to play the field. Meaning he's not really looking for a serious relationship. He just wants to date multiple people. And now we have this phrase to have baggage. So this means to have lots of issues from the past, unresolved issues that you could currently be dealing with. So if you are in a lot of debt, you have baggage. This is an issue from your past that can affect your current dating life because not many people want to get into a relationship with someone who is in a lot of debt. So that's physical baggage, but baggage can also be emotional. Let's say your last partner wasn't trustworthy. So you could be carrying that baggage into your current relationship. Maybe you think your current partner isn't trustworthy. So in both those situations with the debt and having the partner that wasn't trustworthy, you have baggage. So something in the past that affects your current relationship. So I hope you enjoyed this video of different vocabulary terms, idioms, phrasal verbs, slang terms that we use often in dating and online dating. If you found this video useful, make sure to like, subscribe if you have not already, if you want more English learning videos. And until next time, English learners.